Mr. Prakash Mishra from class 12th from Singhania Educational Institute, and as a member of the Students Innovation Council. As a member of the Students Innovation Council, first of all, I would like to thank Mr. Yashraj Bharadwaj and Dr. Suchita Manka for providing us such a valuable knowledge about entrepreneurship. It really holds an immense importance in this modern era. It's really valuable for young entrepreneurs and for students like us. So let's talk about what is entrepreneurship. Entrepreneurship is a process of starting a new enterprise and operating it so as to make products which hold some value into the life of customers. An entrepreneur is a person who thinks out of the box or has innovative or creative ideas for the solutions of the problems, needs or requirements of the customers. An entrepreneur always takes decisions in the right manner, is always collecting resources, working upon them, bear financial risk and faces all the challenges in a right proper manner in order to grow and also contribute in its nation's growth by making profit. So let's talk about what are the basic foremost qualities which you need to be a young entrepreneur, or what are these foremost qualities which will add up in your personality during this process of entrepreneurship. First is to be highly determined towards your goal. As you are thinking and doing something different from the crowd, then definitely you should be highly dedicated towards your goal. Second is perseverance. You should have perseverance, as this is a long-term process. So you will face many challenges. You will also see failure and feel demotivated during the process. So definitely you should have perseverance. Third is risk-taking ability. If you don't have risk-taking ability, then you can do nothing in this market of global working entrepreneurs. As if you can't take risk, especially in terms of financial risk, then you can't grow. Fourth is to be determined, confident, and have self-confident on your ideas. Unless you have self-confident on your ideas, you can't work upon them. Fifth is to value achievement or knowledge more than money during this process of entrepreneurship. Now let's talk about what are the main key characteristics of entrepreneurship which you need to know for being a young entrepreneur. First is economic activity. You should know about your economic surroundings. Unless you know about how to make profit, what are these capital investors, how to use resources, you can't make profit. Second is using your resources wisely. This is the most important thing while making any product. Third is to take risk, as I have stated before also. For doing something different from the crowd, you will have to definitely take some risk. Fourth is to have a proper good communication skill with the customer. If you don't have a good communication skill, especially with your customers, you can't understand what they really need, and you can't work on a higher level. Fifth is teamwork. Teamwork is really important while making something large. Now let's talk about what our government is contributing for young entrepreneurs. Our Prime Minister Mr. Narendra Modi ji has taken up initiative with the Department for Progress of Industry and International Trade and started up many startups for young entrepreneurs in which you can learn, you can contribute, or you can work with them. This has led India at third rank in the term of global startup ecosystem and also in the terms of unicorn. So that's really proud moment for all of us. Now I would like to conclude this with a very famous line from Mae Jemison. Never limit yourself with the limited imagination of others. Always think out of the box and always keep on working for your goals. Thank you.
My name is Adya of class 12th from Singhania Educational Institute. I am here to talk about leadership and startup advice given by Yashraj Bharadwaj and Dr. Suchita Markan. Yashraj Bharadwaj is 23-year-old. He is a researcher, innovator and inventor, co-founder and director at Zenith Vipers Solutions Private Limited, co-founder and partner at Insure Equity Partner LLP, co-founder at Petonic Infotech, co-founder and Prometheus Solution Limited, advisor at Seed Capital NEN, TED speaker, Karamveer Chakra 2016, awardee Forbes 30 Under 30 2018. In this talk, he discussed about his childhood and success story. He talked about his parents and importance of their advice. He also told the difference between Vivek and Buddhi. He told the role of his 5-minute-old older sibling Yuvraj Bharadwaj, who is also his partner in his success. He told that he always seek advice from his parents about every instant of his life. He told that every evening he talked to his parents for 1 hour. He achieved the success at a very young age of 14. At this age, he started his business. He also had interest in science and particle physics. Dr. Suchita Markan is scientist and mission in charge Medical Device and Diagnostic Mission Secretariat, Indian Council of Medical Research (ICMR), headquarter office New Delhi. She talked about the increasing number of startups in India, which were more than 86,000 in year 2022. The valuation of about $340 billion. India has 108 unicorns. India ranks third in the world in terms of startups. There are 4 unicorns out of these related to medicals. Thank you.
Good morning everyone. My name is Arshita Bhatt of Standard 11th of Singhania Educational Institute. I am here to present the topic Startup and Entrepreneurship. An entrepreneur starts and runs a business. They are responsible for making key decisions, taking risks, and driving the success or failure of the business. A startup is a new, emerging business, typically in the early stages of operation. Startups are categorized by rapid growth and scalability, and they often rely on funding from investors, grants, or other sources. For a startup owner, the main goal is to grow the business in the future, and technically a startup is a term which is used for the beginning stage of a business. When the business is growing. Next is the types of startups. There are a few types of startups. For example, scalable startup. The startup which is launched based on an innovative idea where the founder knows the potential of scaling is called a scalable startup. These types of startups are common among the businesses which use technology. Second up is small business startup. These startups are funded mostly self-funded, and mostly are run by those who have to sustain their business and does not focus on scaling. Third up is lifestyle startups. These startups are those for those who have passion for creating their startup. For example, a painter can set up an art school to teach and earn income. Now, there are various practices we can do to make our startup a successful business. For example, focusing on a real life problem and actually solving it. Being passionate about our business, building a strong team, not being afraid to take calculated risks, continuously gathering and analyzing the customer's feedback, and staying aligned and adaptable. Thank you.
Hello everyone, my name is Keshav Bajpayee of class 10th of School Singhania Educational Institute. My topic is entrepreneurship. Entrepreneurship means to creating a business and gradually scaling it to create a profit. There are some qualities of entrepreneurship, like they are risk takers, they are good communicators, they have innovative ideas, etc. There are some qualities of entrepreneurship and functions also, like sales and promotion, finance and commerce, etc. Entrepreneurs often to do more than an average person. They make honest money with great struggle and look for taxes and public services, therefore contributing and returning to economy. There are some myths related to entrepreneurship, like entrepreneurship are easy to do, you have more freedom in entrepreneurship, lot of funding is needed in entrepreneurship. There are difficulty to get loan from banks to start up, and if you start well, then success is quick. There is wide field of view if you take entrepreneurship as a career. There are some pros and cons of entrepreneurship to take it as a career. Pros are flexibility, recognition, growth, freedom, etc. And cons, great struggle, greater responsibilities, long working hours, no regular income, etc. Thank you everyone.
Good morning everyone present here. It's me Krishna and from class 11th. So today I'm here to explain my views on the topic and entrepreneurship. Entrepreneurship means creating a business to generate a profit, and entrepreneur is one who is able to set up the business by his creative mind. So I would like to tell you about the key factors for being an entrepreneur. An entrepreneur should have lots of knowledge about the needs of mankind. An entrepreneur is one who is able to create his ideas. And entrepreneurship should also have lots of opportunities to create it. So now I would like to tell you about the qualities of an entrepreneur. Planning. Entrepreneurs know what they wish to achieve and they have a plan to be able to contribute it. Creative. Entrepreneurship has creative mind and creative ideologies to solve the problem for the societies. Now I would like to tell you about professional, which is very important for an entrepreneur. While talking with the team members, stakeholders, entrepreneurs have a code of profession. This is very mandatory for an entrepreneurship. Now I would like to tell you about the functions of an entrepreneur. Predicting, planning and organizing is a key function for an entrepreneur. Now I would like to tell you about some functions of an entrepreneur. Planning at every level includes risk, and this risk also gives sometimes benefits to an entrepreneur. Now I would like to tell you about the second point. Giving instructions to team members, guidance wherever needed so that their project should be on the track. So now I would like to tell you about some inspiring entrepreneurs. Sam Walton.